Hi there, vinyl community. It's George here, George Allen. LPs and CDs. It's another contest entry. Yeah, I'm just banging them out here. And today it's for Robert's on my turntable. Push for 1,000 subscribers. And he claims he got this idea from Craig at A to Z Music. And I felt bad that now that him using Craig's idea, that I had to come up with an idea for Craig. So then a couple months when Craig is doing a contest for pushing to 1,000, he could use the word millennium. That's right, Craig, if you're watching this, you can use the word millennium and have us spell out millennium. How about that? Which is 1,000. So, Craig, even though Robert used your suggestion, which is a pretty great one, I guess, you're all set. Now, I just checked and I think that Robert's already at like 969, so we're going to be pushing him way over that. Well, of course, myself, I've been a subscriber of Robert's channel for, pretty close to almost since I've been in the vinyl community, and I really get a kick out of watching Robert's videos, and man, he has a very good channel. He must have a massive collection, because he's always doing reviews and stuff on albums that things I've never even guys I've never heard of. Of course, he does stuff on stuff I have heard of a lot. I really enjoyed his series on Deep Purple that he just finished recently, and but every once in a while he comes up with some stuff that I've not heard of, especially Canadian bands. But anyhow, he wants us to spell out 1,000 using either names of songs or names of bands, and this is going to go on until July 29th, and somebody's going to win a $30 Amazon gift card. So this is what I got, and I just thought I kidded him a little bit. I said, that's pulling out a lot of records, so it's not really. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I think I'm just gonna, since I have so many stinking CDs, I thought, why not make it a little easier on myself and do it with CDs? I got so many of them, might as well put them to use, huh? A lot easier to stick them back in there. So I'm going to be spelling out 1,000 in CDs, and I'm starting with T. I'm going with Traffic's second studio album, and Traffic's been a favorite of mine since the late 60s. This thing came out in 68. This is original lineup with it looks like it's a CD. Nothing big deal about it. And Steve Winwood, Chris Wood, Jim Capaldi, and Dave Mason. There you go. With a lot of famous songs on it. You can all join in. Pearly Queen, Who Knows What Tomorrow May Bring, Feeling Alright, Vagabond Virgin, 40,000 Headmen. How about that? And it's a great, great CD. Very, very popular. So that takes care of T. H. Go with the Highwomen. And this is one of my favorites recently. And it's got some terrifically talented women in the Americana genre. And I love a couple songs on here. Redesigning Women, it's a great song. Loose Change, and this features Brandy Carlisle, Natalie Hemby, Maren Morris, and Amanda Shires. And there's another view of them there. Here they are with their backs to you. How about that? This is very interesting CD. I like it a lot. I understand that they get their schedules worked out. They're going to come out with a second one, the Highwomen H. Oh, this is going to be, you're going to like this one, the Oboe. How'd I end up with the Oboe? Well, I was reading George Martin's, producer George Martin of the Beatles, his autobiography, and he said that when he was having his musical training and stuff, that he fell in love with the oboe. So I thought, you know, that's an interesting instrument. So I thought next time I come across something with the oboe, I'm going to pick it up. And I did. I was in Goodwill going through all their CDs, and sure enough, there was a CD on the oboe, and that's some very interesting music. So the oboe for O takes us to U, and I'm going to use one of my favorite bands for U, which there's a few, but I like Uriah Heep, and this is their second studio album, Salisbury. And it's got some of these great songs on here, like High Priestess. This is I had this on vinyl years ago and lost it, but fortunately during the CD period I was able to pick it up again. I can't imagine what it would cost to get one of the originals now, but great. This is their original lineup, and anyhow, Uriah Heep, Salisbury. That takes us to S. So I'm going with the Squirrel Nut Zippers. If you ever heard any of their music, it is very different. It's considered swing jazz. They're from North Carolina. I don't think they're actually together now. They did a few albums and they kind of drifted apart. Their main vocalist, what's her name? I gotta tell you her name here, because she has a wonderful jazzy voice, and I gotta find it here for you. That's very important. Catherine Whalen. Catherine Whalen, she's did a bunch of solo CDs. A lot of guys like this, for some reason, their stuff is like impossible to find, or really isn't even on vinyl. Squirrel Nut Zippers. I have one of their Christmas albums too. It's very good, very good. Check them out. A lot of their stuff, like this, was recorded in New Orleans. Even though they're from North Carolina, they have that really hot New Orleans type jazzy sound. Takes us to the A. Allman Brothers. That's right, Allman Brothers. At the Fillmore East. Well, don't have to say too much about this. This is a very good album. That's what it looks like there, Capricorn Records. And of course this is, well, how much more can be said about that? It's got all their great songs on here. And as I've mentioned several times before, I saw them do this, basically this set, live in Pittsburgh just a couple months before Dwayne passed. And that takes us to N, and I picked Nickelback. Nickel Creek. Nickelback. Where'd you get that at, George? This is their debut album. Very country-ish. They've done a lot. It's on Sugar Hill, which does, you know, a lot of country stuff. Look how young they are on this. They're still recording today, and this goes back to, oh boy. Oh, this was produced by Alison Krauss. I didn't even realize that. I haven't listened to this in a long time. And another one out of North Carolina. Anyhow, Nickel Creek. Last but not least, the D. And this was one I found that I really, at Goodwill, never heard of the band, but you're going to recognize one of the names, Desert Rose Band. And one of the top guys listed on it's Chris Hillman. And they do this, one of their main songs that was a big hit off this form was One Step Forward. And I liked this a lot. I never knew that Chris Hillman had done anything else with this. Maybe some of you are going, well, what's the matter with you, George? Of course, we have all heard of the Desert Rose Band. But it's a very, very interesting CD. I like it a lot. It's country rock. And, of course, Chris Hillman plays acoustic guitar, does vocals, harmony vocals, and all kinds of stuff. And pedal steel guitars by J.D. Maines, and six-string bass by John Jorgensen. Bill Bryan plays bass, and so very interesting find. The Desert Rose Band, D. So that's my entry for Robert on My Turntable. I always wondered about that name. But he always shows the turntable at the beginning, you know, of his thing. And, very nice. I can't say enough about his channel. I'm going to put the link below. If you haven't subscribed, what's the matter with you? He's got a great channel. So he's going to be at 1,000 very shortly, and probably up to 11 or 1,200 or 1,500. And soon he'll be having a contest to push to 2,000. So anyhow, this is a great deal. Great guy. Oh, he always has that mug of coffee in his hand, you know, and it's a coffee type of morning. I don't know, what's that, a Canadian thing or something? They have to have coffee while they're doing their videos or something? I don't know. Well, not all of them. He's the only one. He lives down the road from Glen Calloway, you know, and whatever, so that's nice. Anyhow, I don't want to make this any longer than it has to be. He's a great guy, great channel. Check him out. Okay, that's it for today, folks. It's just the beginning of the week. See y'all later.